Hey, this is Brian Stillman. I'm with BeTerrific, and we are here at CES 2020 in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here with Michael Artsis. Mike, how's it going?
Good. I'm doing great. How are you, Brian?
I'm doing well. I'm seeing some cool tech this morning.
You are already. There's
Day
a
one.
lot of cool tech here, and we're high atop Central Hall at the Las Vegas Convention Center, CES 2020. We're streaming live. It is just amazing. And, thank you, Samsung, for turning down your music finally after like 5 years. Why, what'd you say? I'm here with Michael Artsis. Is that it? Is that how? You sound like you're asking me a question. Is that how I'm saying it? Is that right?
No. I didn't think that came out as a question.
It was like Artsis? Is that right? I'm just playing. I'm playing with you, Brian.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
8.2.
I know.
Longtime viewers who have been here since this morning will know what that means.
This guy has better skin than I do, and he exfoliates with a dish rag, basically. It's a sponge you would clean your pants with. And the rough side. You use the rough side.
The rough side, absolutely.
To exfoliate your face.
It saves time by taking off more layers of skin at once.
Right.
All right, Mike. We're
having fun here today,
We're here
aren't we?
on the BeTerrific set,
Yes.
and I'm thinking it's looking really good.
Thank you.
And
We worked hard on it.
We got these video panels.
DK worked hard on it. John, Jeff, the whole team.
Well, I think it shows. This is the first year we've had the video panels up.
Yeah.
These are new. These are
they're
new
brand new,
BeTerrific
yeah.
products.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about them? Let people know what's going on here.
We've always wanted to make. We've always done tech,
Right.
And been a broadcasting company. So we're an over-the-top network. We create a lot of original programming. Then we create original programming for others, and then we do tech as well. And we always wanted to have our own product, something that could differentiate ourselves.
Right.
And we really wanted to do LED differently. And we thought about it a lot, but we didn't necessarily make the move. We thought that we could have one panel that could solve all the issues of panels and have one all-purpose panel, so to speak, an indoor and outdoor panel. A panel that really works in all scenarios, that's lightweight, that is easy to assemble, easy to use, and easy to install. Installation process usually costs a ton of money. It takes engineering stamps and degrees and all sorts of heavy metal. Panels weigh a lot. Everything's fragile. And so we thought we could make something better, and we wanted to. And then we had a client that had a need, and I guess opportunity knocked, and we opened the door. So
what'd you develop? What's the product?
We designed and developed the Agility line of LED panels, which you see behind us. They're magnetic. They adhere to any, and they're flexible, so they adhere to any sheet metal. It's very easy to install, very lightweight. They're under 3 pounds each. They're daylight bright, so you can use these outdoors. You can also lower the brightness and use them indoors and on TV sets. This is a 3.8 pixel pitch. We've got a 2.5 over here. That means it's a little bit better resolution. Both look great on camera, and we're working on even better resolutions now, and a fixed product that doesn't flex. But this has got a ton of great features in it. It's really a revolutionary product, and I'm not just saying that, I'm not boasting, but we have actually had a lot of people in the industry tell us that, who are industry veterans, which is wonderful. We're really excited about it and to bring this product to market. So this is the Agility Quadricep. We also have the Bicep. Now this is a 12-inch by 12-inch panel. We also wanted to do non-metric. We wanted to have something that was a foot by a foot, easy to figure out how it fits your space, and easy to put in spaces. And then we wanted to have a 6 by 6, so that's the Bicep. So we have a 6-inch by 6-inch, a 12-inch by 12-inch. We might have other sizes in the future, we'll see. But this is what we've got now. We're really excited about it.
Mike, I've known you for a long time. We go back as journalists.
Yeah.
Did you imagine you'd be in a position to be manufacturing electronic products?
We oversee all manufacturing because customer service is number one for us, right? So we have boots on the ground and we oversee it. Yes, I did. Adam can tell you, Adam and I co-founded BeTerrific, and we have a great chairman, Dr. David Milch, who sees this vision. But the thing is that we always wanted to create a product, and we've always looked to better something, and I've always been an entrepreneur. My very first entrepreneurial experience is I started a bike washing business when I was like 6, and it didn't go very well, but I got good experience, and so yes, I don't know that I thought it would happen today or tomorrow, but I kind of knew that at some point in my life I'd probably be manufacturing something. I had a desire to. I'm an entrepreneur. I love being a journalist, but I think you can be more than one thing in life.
Why
I love doing this. I love doing the show.
Why electronics?
how do you cover CES all the time, be a geek, a nerd, a tech guy, have everybody come to you all the time and ask about electronics, and then go, yeah, let's, I don't know, let's make suits. I mean, I have to do electronics. What else would I do? And because this is what we do.
Here's the thing. You've created.
I mean, I love Todd McFarlane, but I'm not going to make a mold of a figure and make that 800 times.
Right, but it's not like electronics are easy. It's not like this is something that anybody can get into. So, and
but
yet
anybody
you chose.
But that's the thing in life, is everybody we put up all these fake fences and these fake ideas and these roadblocks. We put them up.
Right.
I can't. Yeah, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You could do anything you set your mind to. I had no manufacturing experience. I got on a plane and went to China. Boom. Yes, electronics is a little bit harder. You have to know what you're doing. But it's just research and experience and development, and then surrounding yourself with the right people, great people. Jorge Ortega is great. He's been a great friend and a great person and a great part of this experience, and he helped us through this. He was 14 years at Ford as QC, and then 10 at Questron. So, I mean, you can't just do it alone. It takes a village. DK was very instrumental in this. This didn't happen because I just had an epiphany one day. I mean, this took time and planning. Our chairman was very involved and came up with some good design changes and ideas. So, yeah, I mean, you look, opportunity could have knocked and I could have been like, nobody's home. Or I could have been like, you know what, come back next week. Opportunity knocked, I opened the door, I said, come on in.
What was the biggest challenge in, you could say anyone can do this, that's great, but entering this field, going and developing this product, what was the biggest challenge that you guys had to overcome?
I'm not saying anyone can do this. I said anyone can
No,
make electronics.
No, I understand that.
Let's be clear, yeah.
What was the biggest challenge when you approached the product?
I think the biggest challenge is always timeline. To me, because you want it done today, especially when you have a client who wants it. They want it done today, and it takes time to develop and test and make mistakes and make it better. For us, we had a factory we had to fire in the middle of the night. Actually, we had two that we had to fire in the middle of the night. Now we're with a great factory that we love and trust and is wonderful, but we had to get there, and that's scary. A lot of people did tell me, don't change factories at this point. We had pretty much a finished product, and they made one mistake, and they needed to make some changes to fix that, and they wanted to, and I said, no, we have to go somewhere else.
Did you go into this with a set of problems, not problems, but a set of qualifications that you wanted the panels to have?
Yes.
Or was that something that developed through iteration?
Well, it's both. I mean, you go in with this is what I want, and then you negotiate what works and what's not going to work, or what's going to be easy, or what can be done under your timeline. You make some concessions, they make some concessions.
But
you say these are must-haves, and then as it's going, well, we should tweak this. The prototype is good, but this needs to be tweaked. In fact, we changed all our data cables and our power ports for the final product. It made the box on the back a little bit bigger, but we can daisy chain data beautifully. Right. We have great connectors, and it makes life a lot easier. So it was the right move.
Well, you said that you were looking to overcome some of the problems that that panels have in developing this. So was that a running list that you're saying, okay, these are the things that we want to do. We want it to be waterproof. We want it to be flexible. We want it to be this.
Well, hold on. It's water resistant to IP65. It's not waterproof. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, it can't be. It could be. We've submerged them, but I wouldn't take it down to any serious depth. And so yeah, I mean, there's a list of criteria. We kind of have been thinking about it for a long time, and then there were some criteria that the client had that it needed to fit that made it that much more challenging. So yeah, there's I think there's a list of criteria, and you say this is what it is. I mean, for one thing, I looked at LED panels, and I look at them today. This is traditional LED panels. They weigh a lot. Most of the weight is in a metal frame. Why are we using a metal frame? It's not protecting the LEDs. You can't put the metal in front of the LEDs. Right. That also makes it non-flexible. You could have flexible modules, but once you put that module in a frame, okay. Number two, every other LED panel is made up of multiple modules. Those modules create gaps. Those gaps don't look great either on camera or in person. There's some level you can't get rid of all the gaps because as panels fit together, there'll be gaps. Sure. But if you have 4, 6, or 8 modules for one panel, you could potentially have 8 or 12 or 14 gaps in a panel. And so our panels don't have multiple modules, so you don't have to worry about gaps inside the panel. There were a lot of things that we did. Why should it be so hard to mount? First of all, if it could be lightweight, why do I need this ridiculous structure? This is just sheet metal hanging up here. So it's hanging on a light piece of sheet metal. We've flown it, we've hung it, we've moved it around. I mean, we moved this whole truss yesterday with it on it already. You couldn't do that with any other LED.
Why is this stuff that hadn't been done before? Why were we seeing things that were made up of multiple modules? Why were we seeing things with heavy metal frames? Why were we not getting flexibility?
I think because it's so time consuming to make this and you have to test it and all that. I think people don't get creative. They go, well, this works and this is what it is, so maybe we can make a variation of that, but let's just keep making that. I think that's the biggest reason. It's just that I think people sometimes find it hard to be creative.
You know, we're seeing more and more of these signs used in situations that are not Times Square. You know, more and more people want video walls, want things like that. How is the industry changing? How are the applications changing?
Well, so if you walk around CES today, you'll see LED everywhere.
Right.
Almost all the LED is square. It's a rectangle. It's 16 by 9. Sometimes we have a 1 by 1 ratio because of Instagram now. Sometimes we have a 9 by 16, and we turn it vertical. We do all sorts of different things, but for the most part, you're seeing LED that's just square and flat. How it's changing is you'll see some walls that they curve. They take a piece like this and a piece like this and a piece like this, and they just angle them all, and then it looks like a curve. This is actually flexible, can flex in multiple directions at one time. So I think you'll see a lot more of this kind of product on the marketplace. We're working on future iterations right now. The other thing is you'll see a lot more of what we call digital landscaping. And digital landscaping is making this tree, right? You landscape your house or your business or your corporation, why not digitally landscape it? Traditionally, we think we'll just put a flat screen on the wall, or we'll just do a 16 by 9 LED, just like in Times Square. But why aren't we thinking creatively and digitally landscaping? Well, a lot of people are, and that's what we're doing as well, and we're helping that. Whether it's cubes or balls or trees or waves, we're digitally landscaping so it's more creative and it's less boring. It means in some cases you have to make the content purposely for that, or you have to shoot with that in mind, or you have to edit it differently. But it's, I think, stunning when you do it and you do it right.
Well, it's really taking it to a creative level. It's no longer just, here's information. It is, let's use these panels to create something aesthetically pleasing, art for art's sake, art for aesthetic's sake, as opposed to simply broadcast information on it.
Well, it's very much like you could have cubicles.
It's an installation.
You could have cubicles. Yes, it's an installation. You could have cubicles in your office that are very static and stoic, like we used to see in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
Or you could do what like IKEA or Steelcase does now, and they make environments.
Yeah.
And so things are curved and smoother and look a little bit more beautiful. You could have plain white walls and a simple couch in your office, or you could have this really nice. And how do you feel when you walk into an office that looks like that? You feel so much better. I mean, you could have a 16 by 9 wall probably for the same price as having a tree, but what would you rather have? Are you going to make a statement? What are you going to put on that tree? How are you going to digitally landscape? And I think that's what people are starting to think about. Architects, designers are starting to think about, and they should be.
Is that something you were thinking about yourself going into this? Were you looking at future applications for these panels beyond just screens, whether they're curved or flat? Were you thinking in terms of the aesthetic applications?
Well, so I'm a journalist and I try to be unbiased, right? But now I have to put on my CEO sales guy hat, and my CEO sales guy hat says, yeah, I've been thinking about everything for these panels, of course. But the truth really is, yes, when we started I said, what application, I just kept saying to the whole team, what application aren't these perfect for? What can't we use them for? Why couldn't we do this? Why couldn't we do that? Why couldn't we use it as a scoreboard? How about a ribbon in an arena? Right. How about this? How about you see posters, now we've got a poster that's curved. You could lay that poster flat too. We have that, and it's the same panels. We've got, it's not exactly 16 by 9, but we've got an 11 foot by 7 foot flat wall with the same panels in a booth here at CES, Catalyst booth, because that's what they wanted. So yeah, I think the sky's the limit. I haven't found a limitation for them yet.
Do the ideas come to you once you have the panel? Once you start working with the panel, does that generate new ideas?
Of course.
You're thinking ahead, but once you have them, are you like, oh, I just realized I could do this with it. What if we do this?
Yes.
That's got to be
when we
exciting.
got them,
Seeing
we
the
realized
potentials unfolding.
We realized they travel easier.
Yeah.
They go in Pelican cases. They can go in cargo cases, but you can travel as light as Pelican cases with power supplies under 88 pounds each.
Yeah.
They can fly in a commercial airline.
I'm aware. I'm aware of what they weigh, Mike.
They can roll into a convention center on 2 wheels.
Yep.
No drayage.
I mean, we set this up with a pretty small crew.
Yeah.
You know, there's 5 of us, 6 of us.
We make it more efficient. Yes,
Yeah.
5 of us. Yeah.
Pretty easy. And it looks great. Colors are sharp. Contrasts are sharp. You know, I look at it from the point of view as a content creator.
Sure.
I look at it as a filmmaker and I say, okay, are the blacks black? Are the colors popping? But can you also get smooth gradients? Can you also get all these sort of things that allow the expression to come through?
By the way, a lot of this footage that you see that we change and cycle through the day, it's all run by PVP, which is a great software we recommend all the time. Renewed Vision, and I wish Brad was here to talk about it, but it's a lot of this is shot on an iPhone.
The technology's changing, man, and you are pushing it forward. That's got to be exciting.
It's very exciting. We're having a lot of fun, and we're doing a lot of great things, and it's very exciting, and it's great. It's really great to have these 2 verticals of the business. It's great to be streaming live and creating wonderful original programming, and there'll be more to come, and it's great to be doing what we're doing here with the LEDs as well. We're doing both here, right? And it's nice when they can come together.
So if people want to learn more about the Quadricep, where do they go?
BeTerrific.tech.
BeTerrific.tech.
Yeah.
All right, this is Brian Stillman. I'm here with Michael Artsis. We're at CES 2020, Las Vegas, Nevada. Stick around, we're going to have a lot more coverage coming your way.